Welcome, Aquarius. This is your June 8th to June 14th reading. And for you, the most influential transit is going to be the Venus being at Aphelion on 6/11. And that's essentially just meaning that Venus is going to reach its farthest point away from the sun. And that's going to highlight your love and relationships. So you may want to contemplate your relationship goals and values, and seek connections that resonate with your ideas. Okay, so we have the star coming up here. So you may be feeling a lot of hope and faith here as it relates to love and relationships. So depending on if you're in a relationship, then this could really be a time for you to I don't necessarily want to say reset expectations. I mean, that's what I'm hearing. I feel like that's a little harsher, but some of you may be in that place where you are talking through things and you are figuring out what each of you want and desire. And, you know, the message is here about figuring out your goals and ensuring that you and your partner's goals are aligned. And if you're not in a relationship with anyone, then there's definitely opportunity for love to come your way here. But know that even that, if that is the case, that's going to be a journey here. That's not something that, you know, it's not like, oh, you're going to meet your life partner and things are just going to be happy and wonderful. That's not necessarily what's coming out here. It's more about you deciding that, yes, this is what I do want and I do have this desire, and that I'm willing to put in the work and effort that goes along with having a healthy, happy, fulfilling relationship. So we also have the Queen of Diamonds here as well. So I feel like this is you, Aquarius, and there's no gender here, but you just coming in open and with a strong foundation. So I feel like this is a strong financial foundation, as well as a strong emotional viewpoint, standpoint, foundation from which you want that to grow and you want that to develop into something greater. So we also have the Eight of Swords here. So you may also be utilizing more of your divine feminine qualities and aspects here. There may even be this moment here, because we know that there may be some discussions happening and just a reset of goals and ensuring that you and your partner's goals are aligned. So you are being guided here to not, okay, so don't be coming for me here, but what I'm hearing is like, don't allow yourself to be the victim here, right? And that just means, like, if you know that there's things that you could also be doing better, like, don't necessarily like put it all on your partner, like, oh, you know, you're doing these things to me, this is what I want to see change or be different. You may also have to come clean as well and be honest and say like, okay, well, you know, yeah, I could put in some effort here as well. So hopefully I explained that well, but essentially this is just that reminder of, okay, if you're both working towards these things, then know and recognize that there are likely things that your partner is also going to need and want to see as well. And it's just a matter of you working together to decide if, yeah, these are things that you're both open and willing to do, and it aligns with who you both are authentically becoming. Okay. What else? Okay, so we have Two of Cups here. I love to see this because after I just explained all that, then we have just this love coming through and this connection and becoming one. And when I say becoming one, I just mean more of that you're both aligning with your authentic selves, and then that is also aligning together. Okay, so that's beautiful. So it's like you're working on yourself, but also your partner's working on their self, and then you're working on the relationship as a whole. Okay, so let's get some oracles here. So we have memories, and what else? Memories and worried. Okay, so we're going to get into some challenges here, but you may have just a fear that for some of you, this isn't anything new, like you've tried this before, so this is, you know, the second time around, or maybe, you know, you've tried this multiple times, and only you know what is right for you. And this is truly about what you want and what you're desiring and what you know is for you. Okay, so if you're in a situation where you know it's not for you, you know you got the blindfold on and you're not ready to take it off yet, then you know this isn't gonna align as much, because you're gonna experience a lot of contrast and a lot of challenges trying to make something that you know is not authentically you work. Okay, but it could be opposite. It could be going in a different direction, as we talked about, where you do feel like, yeah, this is a healthy commitment that I'm making here. I have a healthy relationship, and yeah, we're growing. And just as a part of that, we're recognizing that there's more things, or there's different things that we want to see, and different ways that we want to grow. Okay, so it can be either or. All right. And we'll get into, like I said, the challenges here. So we have the Three of Wands. So you may have a little bit of worry about the plan and about how you move forward, and what your partner is going to think about that, or what they're going to say, or what it is that they're going to need now. You may have those fears come up here. What else? Okay, so we have the King of Diamonds. I just want to see how far this can fit in without taking it out of the screen here. I feel like that's good. All right, so with the King of Pentacles here, all right, so you could also just be having discussions about security and financial wealth, your legacy, also just wanting to feel or needing to feel more protected and secure in your relationship. So these may be things that you're deciding that you need now, or you need more of, or your partner is deciding that they need these things, or they need more of these things here. So we also have the Ace of Diamonds here as well. Yeah, so for some of you, there's going to be a lot of discussion over passion. And if okay, I'm gonna say it, like if you two are still passionate for each other, if you're still attracted to each other, if you still desire each other. There also could be conversations about finances here, and what you need, or what your partner needs as far as the financial component of things is concerned. And for some of you, there may even be like a new income stream, or new opportunities here to be more financially free, or to increase your financial wealth. And there might be a little bit of discussion over that, and if that's the right thing for you and your partner to do at this time. And again, if you don't have a partner, then you may want to just take from this what resonates and apply it to your situation. Okay. All right, so let's see what else we have here. Okay, so I love this, because this is reminding you and asking you to remember that everything is everything is happening for your highest good. And even if it doesn't end up the way that you wanted it to, and that you feel like it should have, there are still lessons to be learned in that experience. There is still opportunity for you to view that experience as positive, to reframe it, and to find what it was meaning to teach you, so that you can connect with that and you can move on. Okay, so I love this message as far as your suffering being meaningless, because that is not what is intended for you to come here and do. You're intended to come here and to enjoy yourself, and to learn, to live, and to expand your consciousness. Okay, so suffering, those lower vibrational frequencies, really just stops you from expanding. It stops you from growing until you understand what the lesson is that you're to learn from that, and you extract that and you move on. Then you can move to more growth, to more expansion, to more opportunity. Okay. All right, so let's move to underlying fears. So we have the Tower. So some just have a little bit of fear about things just completely falling apart here, and not really being sure what your partner is going to say when you do sit down to have these discussions. Okay, and we'll get you some guidance here, but just really want to look at these underlying fears right now. Okay, and for some of you, there is this opportunity to release a burden, and you may fear that you are a burden to your partner in some way, or that's something that they're going to bring up, that they need more support, they need you to carry more of the weight, they need you to carry more of the load, they need more engagement from you. So some of you may fear that coming up. Others of you may be saying that to your partner, and you may fear what that means or what your partner's response will be. We also have strength here, okay? So you may have this underlying fear or doubt or worry or anxiety about being powerful enough to work through this with your partner and to persevere, and for you to achieve and accomplish the goals that you do really have and want to see as a family unit or in your relationship, okay? And again, if this isn't about love, this could be you just having fears about your ultimate goals that you've set for yourself, or those bigger goals that you have. Okay, and whether you have the strength and the courage and the bravery to see them through and to execute them and achieve the outcomes that you want. Okay, so let's move to potential outcomes here. So we have justice, wonderful. So we have confirmation here that everything is going to work out for you and for your highest good. And again, that doesn't mean it's going to be all perfect and it's going to be all happy, but that means that if things don't go the exact way you plan, there's still going to be opportunity for you to understand what happened and to learn lessons from it and to grow from it. So you're going to be better because of it. We also have celebration coming out. So I think that a lot of you are going to be pleasantly surprised when you have these conversations and these discussions that they're going to work out. It's going to work out. It's going to be positive. Yeah, there may be things that you commit to doing. There may be some work involved with it, some inspired action, we'll call it. But ultimately, it's still going to create the opportunity for success here. So a lot of the fears that you do have are just unfounded. They're not true. Okay. So we also have the Hermit here. So some of you may find that seeking solitude and replenishing your cup, refilling your cup, is going to be the key to success here for you as well. So I feel like for some of you where this doesn't necessarily go as you're desiring it or as you pictured it, you getting in those self-care practices and allowing yourself to replenish, regroup, reset, rethink things is also going to be beneficial to you. So no worries, whatever way this goes, you have success here. And you have opportunity to strengthen your commitment to yourself and the things that you love and you want to see and the things that you hope for and are desiring. And you also have the opportunity, if you're in a partnership, to do that with your partner, and regardless of if you're in a partnership or not, because some, it may not go the way that you want it to go, but there's still success here in figuring out what truly is going on, which is a blessing to have clarity and understanding and truth, and then having the ability to decide how you want to move forward and what that means for you. Okay, so it's all here. Give me one more here. So we have the Sun here. Wonderful, wonderful. So we have some good luck coming your way. We have happiness and fulfillment and joy. And like I said, even if it doesn't end up exactly how you want it to, we have several paths here where you can be emotionally fulfilled, where you can experience unconditional love. So it's about reframing that circumstance or situation and aligning more to your authentic self and what that means, because that's going to be different for everyone, but this is really the opportunity for you to do that. Okay, so let's see, let's get some oracles here. So we have some nonverbal communication and telepathy happening, and so I feel like this is you connecting with your partner and understanding more about what your partner is desiring and wanting, and you receiving that clarity and that understanding and that knowing from within what they're desiring. So that could be an elevated step for both of you, for you to now be able to connect with them on a nonverbal level and still understand what they're desiring and what they need, and that be actually accurate and truthful and honest. Okay, so there's elevation here happening. What else? So we have action, you taking inspired action, and you moving forward with confidence. I love that. I love that because that is really a culmination of what this is saying here, regardless of the outcome, regardless of things happening exactly how you want them to. This is about moving forward on your path, what's best for you, and in collaboration with your partner, what's best for everyone. But if you're finding that what's best for you is no longer aligned, then that's a conversation and a discussion, because you have to do what's right for you. Okay, what else? We also have false beliefs here. All right, and this is calling out those false beliefs and untruths that we have about ourselves, and those being illuminated so we can release them, because they are confining us. And I love this so much because this is saying in a much better way what I also try to say quite frequently when we look at those underlying beliefs and those underlying fears. That's what this is talking about, allowing all of that to come to the surface and trusting in who you are and knowing what is true versus what is not true. Any of those lower frequencies, guilt, shame, fear, not you. And this is about you trusting and knowing who you are. And I feel like there's some messages here with these different spirit animals, spirit guides. So we have mermaids, we have unicorns, we have owls here. So if you feel called to, you may want to look up the spiritual significance of these things, because there may be some messages here for you. But this to me is like complete strength, courage, bravery, and trust. Okay, and you stepping into that energy. So what else? So we have the end of a tough cycle approaches. So that is wonderful. That's really great news. And we also have Kuan Yin with care and compassion, and choosing unconditional love and doing what's right for everyone involved, and offering your support as you can. So I really love that, because I said that a little earlier here a couple minutes ago, as far as things happening for you. And that doesn't mean it's perfect. That doesn't mean it's exactly what you want, but it's what you need to happen at that perfect moment in time. And you understanding that and trusting in that and sending unconditional love in all cases, in all scenarios. And also, if you're able to and your partner's up to it, continuing to work through things from an emotionally intelligent standpoint, so that you're creating win-win solutions for you and your partner and the family unit, for everyone involved. Okay? So give me one more here. So we also have detoxify. That's wonderful as well, because this is time for you to connect more deeply within and do some of that, we'll just call it detoxification, some of those practices. So this could be, I feel like this could be as simple as like journaling, meditating, clearing your mind, letting go of those negative thought patterns, beliefs. But this is also about, detoxifying your body as well. So whatever practices you do for that, to ensure that your systems, your bodily functions and systems are working, they're fleshed out, they're clear. And I'm hearing like get more water, drink more water. So whoever needs to hear that, that is your confirmation. But yeah, just whatever detox methods you do utilize, they're here. They're showing up here as something that's going to be helpful to you this week. Okay. All right, Aquarius, so those are the messages I have for you. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful week.